Hey everyone, I hope you had a great new year and I hope you are as excited about this year as I am. One thing you've already noticed, if you haven't already, is I made a slight change to the podcast. I really hope it didn't make you lose track of me if you were searching it in your podcast site, host, whatever it is. But I decided to rename the show. I wanted to try to broaden my appeal because if you've been with me for a little while, if you haven't noticed already, I don't just talk about fitness and nutrition. I do try to encourage my listeners and motivate you as well, because my philosophy as a coach, if you don't know already, is to ensure that all aspects of your life are in sync so that you can live your best life physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's more of a whole health approach. So welcome to the very first episode of Living Your Best Life with Coach Adamir. I'm still your host. It's still me. Everything's going to be the same, just new title, just so that we can all live our best life. All right. So before I get started today, I just want to remind you, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my podcast wherever it is that you listen. And if you could just leave even a short review, I would really appreciate it. I thank you a million. It helps me out. It helps my exposure out a little bit so that I can reach more people. And if you like what you're listening to, you're learning something, and you think other people can benefit, then why not, right? Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter. Both handles are at Coach Adamir, so it should be fairly easy to find, I hope. And my Twitter game this year, I promise, will be improving. It's one of my social media goals for 2022, so stay tuned. I have a couple of things I want to get started with that, so keep an eye out in the next few days, all right? Okay, so enough with the self-promotion talk and all about me and blah, 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 right? Let's get to why you're really here, why we're all tuning in today. We just started a new year. With that comes resolutions, goals, workout mania, diet plans galore, but also with that comes the pressure of possibly failing at every single one of those in the first few weeks. And it's not just you, all right? 25% of people abandon their goals within the first 7 days, you guys. That's crazy. And after about 4 to 6 months, 60% of people abandon their goals. All right, so what can we do to improve our chances of accomplishing what we set out to do at the beginning of the year with our whether it be resolutions or goals, right? We all start with the best of intentions. We all want to see improvement in different areas of our life, but starting new habits, releasing old ones, being consistent and disciplined is and always will be difficult. There's nothing to sugarcoat there, but there are ways to give us a fighting chance and ways to ensure that we're always working towards our goals, right? So today, that's what I want to talk with you about. If you're sitting down, if you're taking notes, great. I really hope you can learn something and go back and really, like I said, learn something new or reinforce something that maybe you've already learned in the past. And if you're driving, if you're working out, or just unable to write at this moment, I really encourage you to write some of it down later if you remember, or go back and listen to these parts so that you'll really absorb them and hopefully really help you out in the next few weeks, in the next few months, and hopefully this whole year. All right, so what I'll be doing is I'll be going over some of my best practices, some that I've read about, some that I've tried myself, some that I really think are beneficial to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And I'll be going off of my experiences and others' experiences, like I said, that I've read about. So without further ado, let's get started on 2022. Oh, wow. So that definitely rhymed on accident. Ooh, that's awesome. Anyways, let's get going. All right. So if you're writing things down, maybe a long piece of paper, there's 5 points here I want to go over, 5 important things that you can use to get going on your goals, make progress to your goals, make sure that everything is a top priority for you, or that whatever you want to succeed at or accomplish this year, you can do. All right. So first thing, write down your goals. All right. According to a psychology professor at the Dominican University of California, you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. All right, what this does is it forces you to get clear on what exactly you want to accomplish or what you want in your life. It could be material things. It could be, healthier body, it could be better diet, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Write that down as part of your goals to help you get clear on what you want. This also helps you brainstorm and strategize ahead of time, right? So if you have a goal of increasing your income or making an additional 500 bucks a month as a side hustle, all right, what can I do to earn 500 bucks a month, right? You can brainstorm, helps you strategize. That's 125 bucks a week. What can you do for 125 bucks a week? That's not your job, right? Another thing that it'll do is it's going to keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. So if you look at them every day, every night, as soon as you wake up, before you go to bed, it's going to reinforce and continuously put that in your mind so that you can't really forget about it. And all you're subconsciously thinking about is your goals and ensuring that every step you take and every decision you make that day or that week or that month is in service of those goals. All right. The other thing you can do, not the other thing you can do, but the thing you can do to help you write good goals, is what's called SMART goals. It's an acronym, SMART. It means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. I don't want to get into all of those because I already have. So if you go back to episode 9, when you feel like quitting, I go into a little more depth on each one, but I don't want to take up too much of your time on this one. So what you'll realize and what you probably have heard about is that some of the biggest entrepreneurial success stories start with them being very specific on how they write their goals down and making them important and valuable as part of their life. Second thing I suggest you do is create a vision board. What that does is it regularly puts your goals in sight, which helps ensure that you move towards those things both consciously and subconsciously. A lot of us are better at deciding what we want and discovering other things that we want when we can have that visual representation of it, right? If we can see it, we can probably think of other things that we may want. Sometimes we just forget, we have so many things and we think of one thing one week and then the next week we're like, oh yeah, and then the next week. So if we write it down, if we put it on a board, we can start adding to it throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year as well. All right. And you can put whatever it is in your life that you want to manifest or accomplish this year, right? It can be your goals. It can be a list of the goals that you wrote and you can stick them to the board. You can print them out and stick them on there, or you can write them directly on there, however you want to do it. Right? If you've always wanted a certain car in your life, put a picture of that car. Do what I did. Like my fiance Audrey, we both created a vision board this year. We said we're gonna do it together, and we didn't finish it completely. There are still things we want to add to it. So we started it, and as the week goes on or as the month progresses, if there's new things that may come up, we add it to the board so that we're always looking at it. As soon as we wake up, it's right there next to the bed. We look at it. As soon as we go to bed, it's right there, right before bedtime, right? What I suggest you do is if you do want a car, go to the website. You can literally build your car online and print out a picture of either the quote or the picture of the car or whatever it is, put it on the board, and now you know exactly what you need, what you want, and your brain can subconsciously work towards that and find opportunities that you can capitalize on. And that's the other thing though, is that it's not just going to happen, right? It's not just going to manifest. You have to put in the work. But having these conscious thoughts and having these subconscious thoughts of what you're trying to accomplish is going to help you find those opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities, right? It's going to help you not be lazy. If I look at the picture of a car, I know that sitting my ass on the couch isn't going to get me that car or isn't going to get me to that vacation spot, right? It's not going to get me to Santorini, Greece, just by sitting on the couch and not doing anything and just imagining that I'm there. That's not going to happen, okay? That's not how that works. Yes, I said Santorini, Greece. That is on my vision board. If you've been there, holler at me. Let me know how it is. I really want to go. 2 more things you can put on there. Words of affirmation, right? You can put I am statements. You can put words that confident, courageous, achiever, right? Whatever it is. beautiful, loving, kind, generous, right? You get the idea. And then you can also do inspirational quotes. If there's things that you read sometimes that you come across on Instagram when you're scrolling or when you're reading and it stands out to you and you think that, or, every time you read it, you think, man, that really resonates with me. Great. Print it out, put it on your board. All right. And look at your board as often as you can. Right. I said before, you can look at it in the morning when you wake up or at bedtime before you go to bed. But, if you go in and out of your room throughout the day, if you work from home and you're in and out of your room, look at it when you're there or have it in your home office. That's probably the best place for it if you work from home is your home office because you're always in there. You're constantly looking at it. All right. Third thing, identify bad habits and replace them with new ones. All right. One common habit that's given up in January is drinking alcohol. Right. So if you don't know already, it's come to be known as dry January. You basically just don't drink for the whole month of January. And then, go right back to binging in February. I'm just kidding. That's actually something my fiance and I decided to do for ourselves this month. And we actually do have plans of continuing beyond January. So if we can develop this habit now, 30 days dry, maybe we can do another 30 and just compound on top of that, right? We're not going to tell ourselves, oh, we're not drinking the whole year. It's hard to give that stuff up just cold turkey. So 30 days, compound another 30. Well, February is actually only 28, so even better. All right. And it's obviously tough to give stuff up cold turkey. So if you are used to having a drink in the evening, then maybe replace your drink with club soda and lime or club soda and whatever flavor you want, a bubbly beverage. I know it seems silly and, oh yeah, that doesn't work, but I promise you it helps. All right. It's weird. It just helps. Okay. And then another, best practice you can try is whenever you do feel like having a drink, put whatever the amount of money that drink would cost you into like a piggy bank or a savings account or transfer it to somebody so that when the month is over, you literally can pay yourself for a job well done. Right? So you're paying yourself for not drinking all month. So two things have happened there. You've replaced drinking with saving money. Right? So you just replaced a bad habit with a new habit. And if you want to continue drinking at the end of the month, starting into February, well, you have money to spend. Okay? So, try to give yourself some sort of incentives to replace those bad habits with new habits. Because I know just starting new habits is difficult, right? If you're not a habitual gym goer or someone who works out all the time, it's going to be difficult to just replace your bad habit of not moving and not exercising with going to the gym 4 times a week, right? So go for a walk. Something simple, okay? Set yourself up for success. All right, next one. Try something new. We're almost done, guys. We got 2 more. Try something new. All right, so like I said just now, try a workout, try a walk, hike if walking's too easy. Try a swim if you like swimming in January, or if you have an indoor pool. Find a book to read, find a new hobby. Maybe you want to garden, maybe you want to start cooking, maybe you want to start taking more pictures. Find something that will spark some creativity in your brain and maybe, get you excited to do something different so that you don't feel like you're always just working or always just going to school or always just studying or always just trying to accomplish these goals, right? Give yourself a break, reward yourself, find something new for you to do. Find a new habit, meditate, start journaling. Like I said, pick up a new book each month. Try to give yourself a goal of, okay, this month I'm reading a new book. Along with not drinking, I'm reading a new book. Next month, I'm going to read another book while I'm having a drink. That's okay too, all right? And then try something, new in a sense that you've heard about and you don't want to try. My example, cold shower. If you've heard of cold showers or ice baths or things like that, you know that they're beneficial and maybe have seen I don't want to say popularity, but the idea of taking a cold shower or an ice bath once a week or something like that or every day is, okay, I guess becoming increasingly popular. So for, man, weeks, maybe months even, I've been telling myself, you know what, I really should try this cold shower thing. I really should try this cold shower thing. But taking a shower in the morning in this crazy Southern California 35-degree weather right now, I, I'm good. Give me my warm shower. But I do take showers in the afternoon when I get home from the gym. So I said, all right, perfect opportunity. I did it today. No, I'm not lying. I did do it today before I sat down to prepare for this episode. And I gotta tell you, it felt great. And I eased into it, right? I didn't just jump into an ice cold shower. I took my warm shower like usual. I washed up, and then I gradually went to cold water, and I counted to 60 seconds, and then I jumped out of there. But it felt good. I was cold for maybe 20, 30 seconds afterwards. I dried off. I was fine. But I had to try it, right? And the reason for that, if you don't know, cold showers help with 7 things. They increase alertness, they refine your hair and skin, they improve your immunity and circulation. Sounds like a lot of people could benefit, right? Stimulates weight loss. That's something great. Especially to start the new year. Cold showers, weight loss, cool. And along with that, it's going to speed up your muscle soreness and recovery. So if you are starting a new workout program, you're going to help with your muscle soreness. So you're not going to feel as tired. You're not going to feel as, I don't want to go work out today. I'm sore. It'll help. All right. And then mentally, it's going to help ease stress and relieve depression. And that's a fairly new discovery of relieving depression. And that's because of the dopamine that gets released in your brain when taking those ice baths or those ice showers. Right? It helps ease stress, helps bring down any anxiety. Okay. So last one, number 5, find an accountability partner. I know we hear this a lot, and we always think, I don't know anyone that wants to do the same things I do. They don't necessarily have to have the same goals or the same desires or dreams or vision, whatever it is that someone else wants to do. If they have a plan of action, then that's probably a good person to partner up with, right? If you have a spouse, if you have a partner, if you're in a relationship, do what Audrey and I did. Create that vision board together. Write down individual goals and then write down couple goals. Write down relationship goals, right? Share those goals with each other so that you can hold each other accountable, right? If one of my goals this year is to maybe become a full-time podcaster, kind of is, then am I doing what I need to do every day and every week and every month to make that happen? If my goal is to maintain my body weight at a certain number and my body fat at a certain number, if I'm looking at that every morning, then I know throughout the day I have to make healthy choices when it comes to my food, when it comes to my workouts, right? And then if you are in a relationship and your accountability partner is going to be your partner, then create new habits that you can both benefit from and that you can both do together. Take a hike together, start running together, take some walks together, read a book together. Maybe you can buy 2 copies of a book and read it together, discuss it, talk about it, whatever. Figure something out that you guys can do together. Start cooking together. Okay? Other people you can use, friends or family, right? Our friends and family love us and they all want what's best for us. And we also, in turn, want the same for them. So why not help each other out, right? If you don't have the same goals, that's okay. At least you can talk, right? You can ask questions. We hang out with them the most. So it's much more difficult to avoid them. So we know that at some point we're going to get asked, hey, how's it going along with your weight loss? How's it going along with finding that side hustle? How's it going along with your podcast, coach? Right? Those are things that friends and family are going to ask because they care. Not because they're going to judge. Maybe some people might judge, but for the most part, it's a caring gesture to ask how you're doing. And friends and family are going to be the most available and the most around to ask us those questions. All right. And then the last thing you can use is a mentor or coach. So seek a mentor or a coach. Coaches, like myself, we all have one goal in mind with our clients, and that's to see them succeed. Right? Your success is our success, but the real benefit is seeing the improvement in someone's quality of life. All right? So as a coach, if you have goals, if whether it be nutritional coach, life coach, fitness coach, business coach, basketball coach, soccer coach, baseball coach, whatever it is, their number one goal is for you to accomplish that goal. And if you have trouble accomplishing goals on your own, then maybe you need that extra help. Maybe you need that push. And you wouldn't be the only one to seek it. Right? We hear all the time about big time successful CEOs who have life coaches, who have fitness coaches, who have nutrition coaches. They have coaches for different aspects of their life because they realize that they're not strong in those areas. So they need assistance. It's okay to ask for help. All right? And if you can't find a person physically that you can talk to, mentors and guidance can also be found in books, educational videos, seminars, podcasts like this one. Look for things that interest you and find other sources of information that can help you along the way. Right? Listen to others who have knowledge and experience and just follow their lead. Follow their example, and you will most likely end up with the same things that they have that made you follow them or listen to them in the first place. Okay, well, we made it to the end, you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I sincerely hope that you were able to pick up something new or reinforce something you've already learned in the past, and you can realize that these strategies, if implemented in your life, over the next few days, you'll kickstart your year and really inch closer to accomplishing your goals. And that's all I want for everyone. I want everyone to make progress. I want everyone to achieve and be happy at the end of this year. Okay, so good luck in 2022. Thanks again, friends and family, for joining me. I'm really looking forward to growing with you, learning from you, and educating and inspiring as many as I can. So join me next week as we rotate into our nutrition week, you guys. I'm excited about that. I haven't talked about nutrition in, I guess, 2 weeks. So anyways, you guys, as always, be kind, be loving, and go be the best version of yourself. Peace.